Welcome back, guys. So we are using just the three primary colors of the color wheel. We have yellow, blue, red. We're using Let's Resin alcohol inks today, and just so you know. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get them mixed up. And I'm just going with the three main primary colors of the color wheel. I'm not adding any of the secondary colors like green, orange, purple. We're only doing three primary colors. We're going to get these mixed up real quick. Make sure you shake up each of your alcohol inks. Alright, now what we're going to do, we are going to do a dirty pour with our three primary colors that we used alcohol ink to dye. So, let's pour some red in first. I'm keeping the cup tilted. That way, as I'm pouring the colors in, they will ease into the other colors rather than being forced into the other colors. I think that will help make it where they can stay separated even though they're against each other. Should be able to do one more time. We'll just pour it all in this time. Alright, now I am going to rotate it just a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pour it in, but I'm not going to just do a thin drizzle line. I'll go around like this, but it'll be in a thicker line. Just so you know what I'm doing as I start pouring. I'm left-handed. I'm doing it left-handed. Here we go. Looks like we have more of the red right here in the bottom. See if we have any blue left. I will drizzle a little bit of the blue to help give this one a little more bluish color. See if that's going to help any. The reason I'm doing the dirty pour though, it'll make it where there's not solid lines of each color, like on the bottom side. We'll just have to wait and see if that tie-dye look really does work for us. And you figure we may get some greens. I'm not really seeing too much in the way of purples from the red and blue touching, but that's all right. Now, what I will do is after these cure a few hours, well, probably a good 12 hours, I will go ahead and just try adding. And I won't be able to add it back to this one. I filled it too much. I'm afraid of pulling it out. Go ahead and finish trying to fill these up. Started as a dirty pour. Now we're ending up with just putting in whatever scraps we can get, right? Alright, now I'm not going to spray this with alcohol. Instead, I'm going to just try to see any of the bubbles that are attached to the bottom and just try to move them just a little bit. Bring the stick back up instead of running it around. That way I'm not stirring it. Just try to get them to release. And if we don't get all of the bubbles off the bottom, when we unmold it, we flip it over and we see there's still bubbles from it, we can just give it a top coat. Which will fill those little bubble pits that end up being created. When I'm done doing this, at least looking for as many as I can, then I will use my lighter, because by then all the alcohol should have evaporated. Do not use a heat source immediately after using alcohol inks. The alcohol has to evaporate first. Alright, hit them with the heat real quick. Okay, we'll go ahead and let those cure up. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I figured I'd bring you back just to be able to get the backing on. I'm going to use the Let's Resin Ocean White. And some little diamond magic dust. That way the back of it can be sparkly, because I figure we'll be able to see it through to the front. I want it very sparkly. Let's see if that's good. I figure because they're transparent, so we're going to be able to see the back. And I figure if it's sparkly, that'll be even better. I want the white background so that I'm hoping that'll make the tie-dye look, pop out more. Make it a little more noticeable. Get it good mixed. My daughter has already claimed these. She saw what they look like at this point. She doesn't want me to sell them. She wants them. She said that's the exact thing she's wanted. So, well, alrighty. Just be a thin background. I know this one's going to have to be thinner, but I think we can get a back on this one. Might just be a little bit thinner of a backing than the others. This one I have to be a little more careful with, because it will be able to overflow a lot easier to stick. Just to help draw it out to the edges. Like I said, this one I have to be careful with because it will go over the edges very easily because it is right at the top edge of the mold already. All right, there we go. Now we'll let this cure up. I'll see you later. All right, we are back. Let's see how our little tie-dye coasters came out. Actually, first, I had these two little extras. There's a little bit of the white, sparkly background left. So, oh, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Shiny, a little shimmery to it. I like it. I think they came out cute. Now then, this is the one that I had filled it up a little more than I had meant to initially. So it's got a thinner background, and the colors are going to be a little different from the other three because I didn't have enough room to adjust a little bit. I did end up overpouring because there was such a thin amount that I could put in. I figured I'd rather have a little bit of an overpour and I can just trim that out. But that way you could actually see the tie-dye look. My daughter wanted these, so these get to be hers. If they weren't going, look, you can see the sparkle really well back there. Do you see it shimmering and sparkling from that diamond dust that was in the white? But if she did not want these so bad, that one came out really cute. I was planning to actually put a sticker on each of them. And that way the tie-dye look would be more of the background. Just, more of the outer rings. But she doesn't want any stickers on it. She wants them just like this. So, what do you think? Now, I know this one looks different from the other three, really. The best way to make it where they would all be... They'll still all be different, but they would be more similar because you would have the same amount of red, the same amount of yellow, the same amount of blue, would be to do the dirty pour enough in the cup of each color where one coaster would be completely filled. And you go ahead and fill that one, and then you would start over and pour in your three colors to create the dirty pour again for the next one. And same with the third one, same with the fourth one. Me pouring them all together at the same time made it where I have more of one color in the top than another color. Later on, toward the bottom, I have more red left. At the top, at the beginning of the cup, I have more of the blue. So, anyhow, I hope you like my little tie-dye coasters anyhow. I think they came out really cute and cool. You have a great day, guys. Bye.